It starts the same way a lot of internet mysteries do, with something that doesn't make sense. On July 17th, 2009, a Reddit user posted a thread titled, "The Old Guy Passed Away Today," referring to the user Religion of Peace, or ROP for short. The user described ROP as a grumpy old sarcastic guy, and the post was a heartfelt farewell to a friend. At first, it looked like nothing, just another account lost in the noise of the internet. But then, people started noticing weird stuff about ROP's old posts. Odd comments, strange timing, and a tone that feels coordinated. Then someone digs deeper. They trace the username to a real-world website, LakeCityQuietPills.com. A site that isn't selling anything, isn't advertising, doesn't even look like it wants to be found. But it's there. And in the source code, that's where it gets very strange. Inside the source code was messages. Some people began to believe this isn't just some random website, that is part of something bigger, something organized, something hidden in plain sight. A theory starts to form. What if Lake City Quiet Pills isn't a normal website at all? What if it's a signal, a network, a system, a way to communicate without being seen? Some say it's connected to private contractors. Others think it points to something darker, a decentralized system for making things happen quietly. No official confirmations, no clear answers, just fragments, connections, and a trail that gets stranger the deeper you go. So the question becomes, was this just an internet coincidence? Or did someone accidentally uncover something they were never supposed to find? Tonight, we're diving into the mystery of the Lake City Quiet Pills, breaking down the theories, the evidence, and figuring out just how plausible this really is. Welcome to Not Entirely Plausible. So the question tonight is, what if I told you a random Reddit account might have actually been running a global network of assassins?
I would say, sir, this is a Wendy's.
Dude, this is a Wendy's restaurant.
Kevin. Sir, this is
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Copy pasta from 4chan.
Yeah. 90% sure that this is something that probably is just some dude in a basement just having fun, trying to make people do stuff. But we'll go ahead and jump right into the whole conspiracy stuff. But before we do that, just a quick disclaimer. This episode is for entertainment purposes. We are not accusing anyone of running an assassinations network via Reddit. But we are saying the internet gets weird after midnight. Do your own research, preferably not on the dark web. It gets really weird on there. Like,
Never been.
really weird. You don't have your onion router to go deep? Yeah, okay. Anyway, so quick explanation of Lake City Quiet Pills and where the whole theory comes from. So there was a Reddit user named ROP, or Religion of Peace, that was very active in the mid 2008, 2009 timeframe. Made a couple wild claims about military experience, things like that. Claimed that he was fought in D-Day at the age of 14 and like snuck into the military and enlisted. And
yeah, I'll co-sign. I saw him there.
You saw him there? Okay.
My first was World War I, and then I came back. He was in my platoon. I actually trained him up.
Yeah.
So
claimed a bunch of military type stuff, but he really was active on Reddit during the early days of Reddit in a subreddit that doesn't exist anymore because it was taken down because it was quite disturbing, which was the subreddit for what was it called? Jailbait was the name of the subreddit.
Okay, right. Yeah.
And he was a moderator.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This isn't appropriate for this group. Like, what?
Disclaimer. So the story we're talking about is going to be very disturbing. There was this subreddit thread that got taken down, but it was basically creepy old men sharing images of girls that either looked underage or were underage but were clothed. Therefore, it wasn't illegal, but like very questionable and gross. And he was a moderator on this thing and was very, very like actively like trying to stop spammers from coming in. Like would write these long like rants about spammers all the time and was this grumpy old dude. And no one really thought much of him until, like I said the date, in July of 2009, a new user on Reddit showed up named 26. They created the account. 54 minutes later, they posted a post. And it was one simple post basically saying, this is actually the post from it. I'm the person who provided religion peace, the space for that the old guy's image host. Milo was his real name. He died today at age 79. Take a moment, stop the video if you want to, if you're watching this, to read through this whole entire post. You can look it up online. But this came from the 26 was the name of the person there. Basically saying that RP died. And people started, it went viral, this post did. Because most people didn't pay attention to this guy. And where some people in these weird, creepy circles knew of Religion of Peace, the rest of Reddit didn't, but it went viral. So more and more people started digging into who this guy was. And it traced back to a website called LakeCityQuietPills.com, which basically was an image dump site for basically these less than savvy pictures to be dumped at, because they ran their own private site. Because on Reddit and places like that, of course, there was people that would take down the pictures because they were
reputable places like Reddit and 4chan were like, no, I'm sorry.
No. Sorry, this is too much. This
We
is too
have
much
standards.
for Reddit. This is too much for Reddit. So he created his own site for people to drop their own pictures in and basically dump pictures, called LakeCityQuietPills.com.
And I'm sorry. And these are pictures of
close to or underage girls
minors?
that are minors that are clothed, but it's for grossness. That's creepy.
So this is this is the guy that parents look out for when they're watching their kids on the playgrounds.
100%.
So way to crowdsource some creepy stuff.
Yeah.
If it makes anybody feel better at this point of us talking, there's a high degree of confidence that this asshole is dead. So
Yeah.
there's that.
There's that.
100% degree of confidence.
So people started looking more into
children.
so people started looking more into this website, because one of the weird things about it too is if you actually typed in LakeCityQuietPills.com, you just got a blank page. If you typed in LakeCityQuietPills.com/images, then you'd actually get to the pages that actually had stuff on it. But like the landing page had nothing on it. So someone decided to right click, look at source code. And that's when things got weird, because all inside the source code for the website was a message board with a lot of interesting dialogue. Basically saying like, need someone that speaks Farsi for an immediate job. We'll pay X amount of dollars, stuff like that. Need someone.
Why not just use AOL Instant Messenger? Wasn't that still a thing back then?
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
So wait, is that a reference? Lake City Quiet Pills? Is that like?
Yeah, so we'll get to that too. So he had posted it earlier and other things like someone needs a dose of Lake City Quiet Pills. And so Lake City was the Lake City Remington munitions factory.
They make bullets.
They make bullets. And
As opposed to the more well-known Rack City, which makes...
Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch.
Yeah, no, which makes bands. Makes bands.
River City. There's
Raccoon City.
So Lake City, they make
Raccoon
bullets,
City.
and in Vietnam, a term for bullets was quiet pills. We'll give them some quiet pills. So Lake City Quiet Pills was a reference to quiet.
Some hush puppies.
and then you literally swim with the fishes in Lake City.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the reference to Lake City Quiet Pills.
.com.
So as people start reading through it, it starts to get like more and more people start to like latch onto this, that this might be something more nefarious. Fast forward about a few months later, this would have been January of 2010. This 26 person within the source code, they link it back to him. I'm not sure if it was him. It starts posting, hey, we need to throw a party for the old man that passed away, in his memory. We're going to, do it at this address, at this time, at this place, at a Marriott. And it was very coded. It didn't give exact, as like maybe even latitudes.
I thought it was more like a same place as usual.
Same place as usual, yeah.
Yeah,
Same
something like
place as
that.
usual,
So it
but there
didn't
was some
really disclose where, but
there were some numbers in there as well. And like your bar tab needs to be this, and like just some coded language. And the date and time they gave lined up with the assassination of Muhammad Abdullah, which was the head Hamas arms dealer, who actually on video they found out about a couple weeks later that they thought he died of natural causes at first, but when they reviewed the security footage, he was assassinated. People show coming out. He comes in, he never comes back out, and people start filing out of his room that were already there. And all leave within 4 hours of the hotel. It was in Dubai, where he was assassinated. Was stuck
I'll get a picture because I kind of forget which Mohammed Djabid guy.
The Hamas one.
The Hamas
There
one.
were so many.
Muhammad al-Mabhu, it was his name, and I might be butchering that.
Does he have the grumpy face?
Does he have the grumpy face? I can try to find a picture of him.
I thought he was more Blue Steel, like.
No, he had the mustache look going. That's for sure.
Okay.
He was the mustache. I'll pull up an image while we're talking. But yeah, so a lot of the times lined up with this post. So there was this whole entire theory that this was then, and this is a picture of him, and then some of the suspects around who might have been involved with the assassination plot. But that's the big picture is him.
That is definitely Blue Steel, guys.
There it is.
It's Blue Steel.
Yeah.
I nailed it. It was a total guess, but on the head.
Yeah. So that was basically when people started wondering if this whole entire thing is just a front for something more nefarious. And that fast forwards to pretty much the whole entire story behind, or in a very much Cliff Notes version behind it. You know, key events, ROP dies, 2-6 takes over, then there starts being these strange posts. People start looking at strange posts, and they find the cryptic job listings in military-style language. References
Wait, 2-6? Is this
2-6.
the number 2 and the number 6?
Yes.
Not 3.
And never referred to as 26, so he's 2-6?
Always 2-6. It was 2-6.
All right, so 2-6. BF, best friend?
Maybe. Maybe. And people think that, like, they said his name was Milo, and people think that might be an acronym for military intelligence liaison officer. Milo, because that's apparently. So there's a bunch of like theories.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know if you're ready to go on that, like the military aspect, but I definitely want to call him out on a poser there. Not so much. All right, so the couple things I watched a couple other episodes of YouTube stuff, kind of like this, that they try to go down the rabbit hole on it. One guy went really into the military history, and
that stuff doesn't add up, though. We'll get
well, serving in World War II, probably not.
Yeah,
he'd have been 14 if the age he said he was accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
but there was one post where he claimed to be younger, so that put it into question. But anyways, I like the guy's conclusion. He went to a lot of the verbiage and a lot of the comments and writings that he was able to pull up from him. And he does use a lot of lingo, and he is very knowledgeable, where he probably had some time in service somewhere. Yeah. So likely a service member, but not likely some World War II hero.
Made it to E3 at best. Never got to the E4 Mafia. Just kind of...
Yeah. The E4 Mafia would have snuffed out that pedophilia crap real quick.
Oh, yeah.
He'd got his ass beat.
Maybe it was like adjacent, like he was in the Merchant Marines or something, you know.
Yeah.
It could be something like that, like he wanted to but never made it and did well. Yeah. I shouldn't call Merchant Marines a wannabe thing. They're pretty legit, but yeah.
Right. I mean, he just was. They were, and I think you can get on boats younger than you could get into.
Yeah. They do all the military transport and stuff. Yeah. But maybe he just walked along the pier at night and just wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I would say they got that. They were really in the shit during like the Atlantic. The battle.
I mean, transporting goods on the water was a little dicey back then.
Yeah.
Even on our own coast.
So let's get into some of the theories around all this. So first theory is that this is a Reddit-based assassination network. That basically there's a bunch of assassins on Reddit, and they use these kind of coded languages to communicate. Basically, mercenaries or hitmen for hire.
goes back to Lake City being the ammo reference. The posts that were hidden were, a lot of the posts he made were coded. Was one of the arguments that there's might have been code hidden in there and lingo and stuff like that meant things.
I would love to see this code.
This code,
forensically dive into it.
So like they used like WW, like could be wet work, which is a term for murder, or it could be warrants, wants and warrants, like no wants and warrants in the country in Europe for this job and things like that. Like they just used a lot of
instead of www.
It was W/W was in the code, which they said no WW, like W/W.
Was it like in the HTML
with or without?
It was in the HTML code, so it was hidden in the HTML code.
Okay, so they made up their own like tags, maybe.
Yeah,
because it's it's somewhat extensible.
Yeah, or it could have just.
It was messages buried within the
conversation
code.
transcript and someone else's coding file or something, and displayed it.
Sounds like this kind of stuff, I don't want to say uncommon. There's always like, if you go to like famous tech websites, oftentimes if you look at like the developers console, they'll put like, oh, you like this, you want to work for us, come get a job. It's like all in ASCII. Right. So there's like sort of like a thing to do these sort of things. Yeah. But also I think just the encoding, like we know, I think with some of the Middle Eastern investigations, like they were finding people like they would just get on a video game together and chat. Right. Like just trying to find these alternate ways of communicating that aren't like directly targeted or checked.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the internet had to have been a wonderful thing for espionage and stuff, and totally like changed the game. But
especially early days of the internet, where it was like the Wild West.
It's the ultimate dead drop, though. I mean, for information, nothing physical or whatever, but to get messages or receive messages, as long as you have an internet connection, you could be anywhere in the world. You could be naked in Pakistan, and some guy from Langley could get a message to you as long as you could type in a web address somewhere.
Yeah.
So likely there's got to be some
that part's likely, bit of, but that they would use something like an actual phrase www. Something that somebody could accidentally type theoretically. Whereas if it was like a super complex website that you were forced to memorize,
it might make more sense.
Right, they were doing a lot of search engine optimization with this one.
No, and Milo just may not have been really tech savvy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But also you got to figure too, if they're trying to hit the server and you're thinking of security, I mean, you've got to come in through VPNs and stuff like that.
But wait, getting back to the military thing, there was a 15-year-old, pretty sure he was a Marine.
Yeah.
Medal of Honor, Iwo Jima, I think it was, jumped on a grenade. Yeah. He tried.
Yeah, I mean, there were young, underage people in war, especially World War II, especially. I mean, going back further, 100%. But but even in World War II, now for the draft, not so much. But for people that wanted to come to recruitment centers and enlist, if you came from a rural area and they're like, "We need a birth certificate," like, "I don't have one. Don't care. Stamp. You're in. Go fight." They were doing that. So people could lie back then and just show up to a recruitment center and be like, I want to go fight. And like, are you old enough? Yeah. Okay, go.
I have a library card that says I'm 24.
Like my mom said I could go.
Right.
In a smaller town, you'd think that would be harder because the guy who's doing the stamping is here.
Well, so he claimed he's from a small town in Pennsylvania, but he went to a recruitment center in Philadelphia. So he did claim that.
Go to the next city. Yeah. So that's actually, because I've heard of that very thing before. That's actually seems kind of accurate.
Take a bus, all cash. Nobody sees you.
Yeah. And then people would use, and there's cases of people using like their older brother's ID or something like that, or to like, especially during that time, to go to a recruitment center and show an identification card or papers from their older brother and join in that way.
Yeah.
So so there were people under the age of 18 that were serving during World War II. That
sure.
That's confirmed.
Yeah.
I just, having been a service member and then this guy being a pedophile, I just like to think that he was not.
Yeah.
Right. So there's bias in me not.
Are you saying there are zero pedophiles in the U.S. Armed Services?
Or he was.
No, but as we discover them, we try to flush that out.
True. Yeah.
There aren't many outspoken ones. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So, and as far as this site being a home base for assassin communication, I mean, it sounds like movie type stuff.
Right.
It's definitely plausible. You know, thinking about the time frame. I mean, I get what you said about like, all right, why would you use a website or a web address that people could actually
go to
type in? Like, why not use random words or, you know? I mean, I guess that would make more sense. But it's plausible. Yeah. But then I lean towards like improbable and probably not likely, because this guy, again, I have my own bias, but he just comes off as phony, as a wannabe.
Yeah.
And so like I can see him and his buddies kind of, I don't know, doing this to make it seem like it was, and maybe they just got together for D&D every now and then.
Sure.
You know?
So my mind immediately went to this is like a lonely old guy who had some like, you know, PTSD or something that's been, you know, undiagnosed and estranged from his family, probably living on some pension or something, slowly drinking himself to death and, you know, into his 80s or whatever.
Yeah.
And along comes, you know, maybe an unsavory younger guy who he meets at a bar. They, you know, he schmoozes him and is like, "Oh yeah, you got a new computer? Cool." And then like
starts to, yeah.
Well, could use maybe his IP address or some of his I mean, so I had this crazy story that a friend of mine who's a physician said that they got a consult for a person who was hallucinating. She was saying that there was people that were breaking into their house and cooking using the oven. And they were like, oh, and this old lady, she was kind of demented. And they were like, oh, you know, take 2 of these and, you know, we're going to keep you overnight for observation kind of thing. And she was insistent about this story. They treated her like she was hallucinating, but it turns out somebody was breaking into her house at night and cooking meth. Like they found this guy.
Yo.
So
thought she was crazy.
Just because you see what you think is a whole, you know, doesn't necessarily sink the whole story.
Yeah.
They were cooking
Fair
eggs.
point.
It smelled really bad. No,
I'm alive.
Theory number 2, not an assassination network, but this is CIA Black Ops communication hub. Using Reddit as a covert communication layer, making it seem like it's so ridiculous that it has to be fake, by doing the whole pedophilia thing as a front, so people don't look further into it. So basically, hidden in plain sight. Internet as a modern dead drop system, but it's that 3-letter agencies or something like that this is actually someone uncovered a dead drop for them. That's theory number 2.
Well,
or maybe more of an off book.
That's what I was thinking.
Contractor for CIA type stuff, things that really cannot connect back to the government,
right?
Kind of group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's theory number 2.
Yeah.
Because the thing about the agency is somebody was like, if you ever hear that, you immediately know it's bullshit, that these people don't know what they're talking about. No one ever says that. Yeah. But I think there's so many people in the field that you're never far off from. I think it's very rare that there's a CIA agent who finds himself not within a day's walk of somebody that can give him a phone. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Where, you know, dropped, parachuted into the Hindu Kush for what reason? You know, like there's every major city over 1 million people, we probably have, you know, some substation and
sure.
Someplace, yeah.
Some contract work, some people we know. Or we could reach out to, like, you know, the Brits or something, some other like friendly.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they're briefed on all that. It's like you have to go to a cyber cafe and go to www. And it just seems a little wonky.
Or what if it's more, instead of CIA, like a privately funded group for assassination and target hits and stuff like that, whether it be corporate or, you know, whatever.
Or like, second-rate contract, like, but they'd be developing, like, you know, some Saudi-led, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you just think of any I say unsavory, you know, maybe they believe they're doing good things, but they got money, not quite a government, operating outside of, government rules, regulations, all that jazz, and taking justice in their own hands.
Yeah. Well, the Indians have gotten in trouble recently for doing that very thing. They've been doing some assassinations on Allied territory. They did it in Canada, I think.
Really?
Canadians were very pissed about it, as they should be, because the Indians really need to fucking rein it in. Like, I think this guy, opened fire with an Uzi in public on this guy. Like, it was a ridiculous. It was.
Oh man, no! Assassinations are supposed to be like ninja inspired, like blow dart down the alley.
The Indians have more enthusiasm than they do.
Right.
Matters. They're like flexing their
They
muscles.
sneak all the way up to him and then pull out an RPG.
Yeah.
Blow up a half a block. They're like, all the sneaking. They quietly come around the corner. They've got a suppressor on a tank.
Well, this is just a trumpet. Come on. Trombone.
Yeah, maybe they're somewhat new to it. They gotta give them time. They'll get better.
Yeah.
It's also possible that not being discreet was the point.
Yeah.
That's why I wonder almost a little honey pottage too. Although I don't know what a web crawler would pick up if you're, the kind of person trying to scrape the internet for this kind of stuff. Yeah. I don't know if
People
AI
would still have to know where to go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to right. You're just sort of picking up all these names, but it was just commented out tags in HTML according to AI.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is not very
Sophisticated.
Yeah, it's like literally doing nothing.
Yeah. just HTML tags.
Maybe
don't show up.
I mean, well, I'm probably digging too deep into this, but it's also possible that these analysts had found a group of phrases that is like that perfect amount of sophisticated enough no one's really going to stumble on there, but simple enough that if their agent in the field is tripping on balls or starving or is shot, he'll still remember in shock the website.
Right, or if you repeat it, nobody would understand it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Oh, that's good. Yeah, they're cutting your balls off, and you're like, Lake City Quiet Balls, and they're like, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, and even if they initially put it in, it's a blank page, so they're like, what the fuck is
they're like, oh, now I'm definitely cutting your sack off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to combine two theories together because I think they're kind of similar. So theory 3 is that it's an international mercenary group and a digital ghost network. Pretty much that ROP, the idea behind this is that people found out about it and he faked his death.
Yeah, that's what it more seems like.
And then put a bunch of false trails and then put this code on there just so people would dive down that rat hole and then move somewhere else. But maybe it was part of a larger network, global network of assassins, and this was all just a false trail.
Yeah. I'd 100% go with that. If we were playing Wait, Don't Tell Me, and there was 2 fake stories and 1 true story, I would go with E or whatever that option is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one are we on?
Option E.
Yeah. So 2-6, you think is actually also him doing the cover up?
That is one theory.
Yeah.
That 2-6 is him.
Or that entire exchange was fabricated to
Right.
cause confusion.
Yeah, we need these network logs.
Yeah.
Jared's over there trying to hack into it. Let me see what it actually says. Wait a
We
minute.
can figure this out.
Use the Wayback Machine and see if I can go and figure out the
Internet archives.
Yeah.
It's a lifesaver.
Yeah. Go to the Internet Archives and find the old stuff. Pull it back in.
There was one time when Bon Appetit recipes weren't paywalled.
And they weren't covered with ads?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there was a post or whatever that was made. It wasn't on Reddit, but I think it was in the HTML code as well, saying that they probated his will, that they're going to pay everybody out at least $3,000 a piece, if not more. And
yeah, for everybody that did work in 2005 or something
like that,
and they're going to get a payout.
And that he bricked the iron key, that he destroyed the hard drive. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that was inside the code as well. They destroyed his old hard drive and covered the tracks.
That was peak Iraq, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
2010. Yeah. I mean, we were still Afghanistan, definitely. Iraq was probably winding down. By
Peak Iraq was from going in 03 until 2008.
2008. So yeah, the time frame that he was paying people for that he claimed, or what the post claimed, would have been peak Iraq. But then it still would have been Afghanistan at that point as well.
Yeah. Afghanistan had a nice little comeback in 2010.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice little
I'm not dead, bitches.
Yeah.
I'm not dead yet.
Any veterans out there that did time in Afghanistan in 2010, you'll appreciate the humor in that one.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, imagine getting your hit job from a Reddit thread, like right between like the cat memes and just random pics, like, you know, just getting a hit, getting your job listing.
I think that's what NFTs are for.
I think the NFTs out there, go to cryptocurrency. NFTs were set up for payment.
Exactly.
For payment for Hitman. That's what it was.
I've always fantasized or like, you know, thought it'd be cool if I was just going about my life and then I got approached one day, like by the CIA or something, not to become part of the CIA, but like do some off book shit. Like, hey, what we need you for is like so sketchy, like nothing could ever be traced to us. Do you trust me? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And they're like, all right.
Now get over here and suck my cock.
Right. Okay, that's not really where mine goes. That's not where. Yeah.
Mine would be like, yes, but can I get a dog walker first? And
All right.
Oh my God, that's the best acting we've ever seen. We need you.
my wife will kill me if I don't leave a message.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you imagining?
I was gonna say,
Sorry.
Something heroic.
but where I would draw the line is I couldn't be like a no questions asked type assassin. Like I'd have to ask questions. Like I'd have to be convinced that, from my own standards at least, like the world would be better off with that person eliminated. And then if I believe that, yeah, I'd have no problem.
That's
I would just have
I'd
have a sidekick who was like a private investigator who would just be like my guy who would go he'd like follow the people for a week and find like,
verify
all the bad shit they do and do like a little PowerPoint on them. And I'd be like,
Yeah. That way at the moment you're like, yep,
yeah,
clear conscience.
this is for not putting away your shopping cart, motherfucker.
You didn't say God bless you when I sneezed.
That's awesome. Anything from all these kind of covert things or any credibility to them? I mean, what's your overall thoughts on this before we move on?
I mean, it's possible that it's an accident, that it was like inadvertent.
That someone stumbled into it.
I mean, I don't know, like some rushed operations, some patchwork of coding accidentally got published, and some other tool stumbled upon it. I think that
it was the new guy, and he was just like, "Hey, check this thing I did." It's like, "Damn it, Steve! Like that is not how we do things here. We were professionals."
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, the new guy in the agency trying to make a name for himself, using new technology.
Yeah,
it seems like
guys, I found this thing called Reddit. We can use it.
I mean, it seems like a hastily patched together patsy. Like I can like see some suburban creep, ultra religious dad who like realized the FBI was onto him for his trove of underage pics, fabricates some story about some guy named Milo, and is like, "Oh yeah, sweetie, look, that was all Milo, and oh look, he died. Oh yeah, see, so
It's all over now.
we're not hanging out anymore, so you don't have to worry about that." But that's what all of those pictures were from on that hard drive that you found. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. But I still think that's
Creepy cover up.
creepy cover up. Yeah,
So it sounds like they did all their own hosting too,
yeah, they did their own hosting. Yep.
and bought the domain
Mm-hmm.
from an old domain register.
Yeah, they bought the domain in 2001.
Yeah, they said it was October 21st, 2001, right after, well, a little while after 7/11.
Yeah.
9/11, you know what I'm talking about.
9/11.
Wow.
That was disrespectful as shit.
Dang, too
Right
soon.
after Slurpees. Right after free
Japanese
Slurpee Day.
All right. So I had 2 beers before I came home.
He had brain freeze and was like, "I need to buy this website now."
He's not wrong. It was a little after 7/11, but I think more closely
It's like
after
9/11.
9/11.
July. It was the lead up time that we knew about
Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it was bought back then, but yeah, no one really started digging into this until almost 10 years later. But I guess yeah. So if you're enjoying conspiracy theories that make you question your entire internet history, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. We really appreciate it.
And
Let's just
clear
do
your
it.
browser cache while you're at it.
Yeah,
Just
go ahead
straight
and
up
do that.
send me $15, please, so I can get some taco.
Exactly.
So get some tacos.
And a pre-rolled joint.
That's lakecitypills.com.
Yeah.
.com.
We really enjoy doing this, and the likes and subscribes definitely help us keep on going. And we appreciate everyone that is watching and doing things. I mean, I know we just hit 80,000 views on YouTube total, so we do appreciate, and we haven't been doing this long since April. So
Yeah.
Alan,
I know. I can't remember the last time I recorded.
yeah,
It's been several months.
it has.
you mean like not OnlyFans or like
Right, but now that I have a standing desk, I could be a lot more animated.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So that was the more Fringe stuff. I didn't even tell you that was the Fringe stuff. Here's the more plausible stuff. So
Send it.
all right, more plausible. It's internet roleplay. Just early Reddit, deep storytelling type stuff. Just people trying to play around. There's some truth to this. People have done some digging into it, and they've linked some of these accounts to people that are really active on a game called Second Life. If you know that game, it's a virtual game where you can create a character and act like you live there, and they're role playing stuff.
I don't think you get to assassinate anybody.
But maybe they're adding that on to Second Life. I don't know. The whole
That's
idea
their
is
spinoff.
These were people basically playing, like you mentioned earlier. It's like D&D. They were just having fun on
weirder.
and weirder. Yeah.
Right. This is all about building relationships.
Yeah.
Side note, I saw a bumper sticker today that said legalize sword-based warfare or something. And I was like, yes.
Bring it back.
Right? That's what we need. Like, fuck guns. Guns are for pussies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish
You want a
it
duel?
was.
Get a broadsword.
Right.
What's the
Settle your
line?
differences.
What's the line from Lock, Stock, Smoke and Barrels? Guns
Like
for
gangs.
show, knives for pros.
Makes it look like we're serious. Guns for show, knives for a pro.
So, is there something we should know about you?
I'm not sure what's more worrying, the job or your past.
Yeah.
The one I always know is the loser of a knife fight dies where, right there, but the winner dies in the ambulance on the way to the hospital.
Right. There is no winner to a knife fight.
Right.
Yeah.
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 But no, sorry, that wasn't what we were talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about role playing on the internet. This is all just role
yes.
But they do
That,
like
I
a
think
D&D thing where you're teaching radius because you can't just swing a sword in any old space. The whole thing.
Yes.
Like you can't take a broadsword onto a plane. It's just not going to work.
It's not going to work.
There's some kids in the parking lot of our apartment complex in college that would, I guess it was foam, but it looked like a broadsword thing.
The foam swords.
The real
How's
deal.
dude-
And
do
people used to
the
do the
LARPing.
stick too, the broad stick or
The
whatever. it was.
LARPing swords or whatever that people, do the LARPing
Yeah,
stuff
so-
with.
So these people are like one step below LARPing. Like they won't even
Okay.
like get off the couch and put on like their assassin's uniforms.
And then you get on top of it and play Quidditch.
Have you ever seen that video of they interview the guy from the LARPing event where they found a dead body? Have you seen this video? It went viral. It's hilarious. But they're interviewing the guy from the LARPing event, and in the bushes next to the field where they were actually having this event, there's a dead body found.
No way.
And they're they're interviewing the guys yeah, so we found the body and I called over my wizard and we tried to cast the resurrection spell with the necromancer. But now the police are really mad at us for contaminating the adding too much glitter. I just don't understand. Throwing glitter in the dead body.
We did everything we could.
Resurrected.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
There's another one where like the guy gave like this really long and drawn out speech after being asked that question.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was the one.
I don't know if it was similar.
Yeah. Something similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might have been the same one. It was,
Right.
yeah, it's hilarious.
He was like very eloquent and like had, I don't know, this
Yeah.
sort of a voice.
I think it's interesting. If for you know, spy or assassin LARPing,
yeah,
you know, basement dwellers or whoever this one's supposed to be about. I think it's odd that they reference the Middle East and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
They just played a lot of Spy versus Spy when they were kids. And
They were trying to be relevant.
Yeah.
And let me just say, I can only speak for Alan here, and maybe Jared remembers this person. But there are
church.
No, I won't say the last name, but Scott from high school.
Okay.
There are people that, for whatever reason, their imagination is easier for them to deal with than real life. So they live in imagination land way more than they live in reality. And so this guy, Scott, in high school, it was impossible to have it was entertaining. He was a smart kid, like academically, but it was impossible to have a real conversation with him. He would shoot fireballs at us.
Yeah.
And then he accidentally hit a girl he had a crush with a fireball. And we were like, no, you just hit her with a fireball. She's burning. And he's like, ice ball. Well, let me put it out. Oh my gosh. And it ruined his day because his fake fireball burnt the girl that he had a crush on.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But he was 100% in character in his imagination and fantasy. Yeah. He just didn't do reality.
It's like Abed.
Yeah. So if you take a version of that is into whatever games and starts talking to a community of folks about how cool the assassin life would be, and what if maybe it started somebody posing a question like, oh, what if we were underground assassins and we had a secret way to talk to each other, and then they just kind of developed it without ever really being assassins.
Right.
What if you're assassins and not 14-year-olds that wear emo eyeliner and are from Iowa?
Yeah, right.
Bored as fuck.
Yeah. Call me
I
two
don't know if you
sticks.
remember, there was this guy, I'm pretty sure this was when we were at church, but he talked about, because they also sort of did something similar, I think in the movie Game Night or something, where he had this ongoing thing where they had to touch each other with a spoon, and they would sneak up on each other while they're teaching a class or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Those are real life things, games like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, always happening in the background.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually the kids these days. It's a big thing. At least in our area, I can't remember what the name they call this game, but it's a whole thing where everyone gets issued squirt guns, and you try to shoot each other with the squirt guns, and it's the whole senior game that the seniors play in high school, where there's double crossing and rules around it and stuff like that, and when you can fire and when you can't, and but it's a whole sneaking around trying to really nonchalantly, in the middle of the movie theater, just show up and gotcha, and try to be the last man standing. And they have a whole game about it.
There's the original. There's the game, which you all just lost.
Damn it!
Trying to think of another game.
All right. Theory number 2. This is also maybe plausible, and Ian maybe can attest to this, maybe not. It's a military veterans networking group, just a group of people that want to keep connected, and they kind of want to still relive the moment. So maybe just a bunch of veterans that use this kind of stuff and language to, it's not suspicious. It's just they're just having fun, kind of going the role playing thing, but looking a step further. That it might be kind of just veteran networking. And maybe they are legitimate jobs that are posted, for security jobs and things like that, but they just like using coded language because it's fun for them.
Again, with this guy having been associated with pedophilia, my emotions tell me fuck no. But you're not too far. Like you're not too
These
far
have to
off.
be like old veterans where they're like, well, what's the closing tag for a comment?
Yeah. But there's probably some young guys in there too. And actually, I combine that with the actual assassination of this Hamas dude. And I could see at one point, some of them within the group being like, I thought this would be legit. You're just a bunch of bullshit getting security jobs. I don't need this website for security jobs. We should actually do something for real. Like, yeah. And then they get together and go off some Hamas dude. I can see that happening.
I feel like tech today, it could be any number of things. These could be like, just bots just waiting to be activated, just so they have an internet history for a long period of time. And then all of a sudden there's a bunch of crazy, because correct me if I'm wrong, but these were just suggestive pictures of.
Yeah, they're just suggestive pictures. They weren't. Nothing was illegal. Like that's one thing. Everything I don't know. I never, like I said, let's take it down. But everything I read and researched about this, they bordered the line of.
They were right on the line.
They're right on the line, but nothing was illegal.
Because the whole thing, like,
just creepy and gross, but not illegal.
Smells like it's like a straw man. It's like they want you to. We're looking over here because the real bad stuff is over here. Like.
Yeah.
This because Milo seems like the kind of guy that would wear that on his shirt. Like he doesn't.
Right.
Imagine the old man. Why would he want to hide the fact that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Plus, I think I mentioned this before, but if you're talking about funding, you could just look up what one of the founders of Jane Street, the hedge fund, tried to do, and like buy weapons for this guy so they can go fight some civil war or whatever. I think it's one of the whichever.
Jared, you're gonna get us sued.
No, like
so that is not the story, and that's gonna get.
There's some civil war going on, and they're just trying to supply them, and like there's things like that. Like it doesn't take
Jane
much.
Street does not supply weapons to.
Not the hedge
developing.
Not directly.
This guy got in trouble for
the guy got in trouble. The one guy, not the hedge fund itself. Just the guy that worked.
Yeah. But they're an interesting group. You should look into them.
I'm not saying
the weapons dealers.
Not for funding though.
The Civil War people.
Just to learn.
What is the interesting group we're looking into?
Jane Street.
Oh, okay.
But they're not sue happy. If we talk about Buc-ee's, they will shoot the crap out of you. Sorry, Buc-ee's, we love you.
I haven't had any of your tasty treats yet, but
Jane Street just pulled off a pretty interesting arbitrage play in India, if I'm not mistaken. There was some
India, who is now heavy in assassinations in Canada with tanks and RPGs. Full circle moment.
Not India.
Seriously,
India.
that is a full circle moment because when the Indians finally found out what was going on, that this was a big arbitrage play because Jane Street was playing it super close to the chest. They tried to shut down this operation because it was so successful.
And they do a lot of that manipulation stuff.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying that they
those are I'm not saying
they
that
should go to jail or anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying
impressions I heard.
Massive global investment groups are evil or anything, but if there wasn't
people
one,
say
it's that one.
People say
now I'm gonna get sued. Fuck.
Yeah. JP Morgan never did anything wrong. All right. Guggenheim was a great guy.
So is this where we bring up the theory that Mossad was behind this website? And it's all a front for
him,
their operations.
Yeah, maybe.
Considering the target,
comical hypothesis.
Well, the next theory is that coincidence with the assassination. That this has nothing to do with the assassination of Muhammad. It's just coincidence and Reddit internet detectives trying to put unrelated dots together. Like, yeah, we're just going to connect all the dots because it makes sense in our heads.
Wait, they never used his name? I didn't read the.
They never used his name in the posting. It was for a party. Like literally, the posting was about a party.
Yeah, the dates and everything
lined up with assassination.
Right, and then the amount of money, like they were talking about throwing around for it, with the amount of people that were in on it and everything just kind of lined up. It's a bit of stretch to people connecting the dots.
Go to the front desk to ask for the hotel key for the locals. Like,
use your cover name and just go straight to your room.
Do not use the hotel phones. They're not
Not secure.
They're not secured. Like there's stuff like that inside the post.
Could be a fabricated cover story for the real assassin.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Hence Mossad. That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
I mean, you can't
Look over there. What?
And last theory is it's just early internet mysteries that got out of control. Mysteries greater than reality when it comes to early internet. There was a ton of these out there, and some of them have been proven to be somewhat true. There is a lot on the early internet that creepypasta type stuff that are just internet mysteries. So
People just being creative and posting weird shit for the sake of being weird.
Yeah.
You could buy I'm mysterious.
Insurance.com for $2. You know, like
right.
No one knew what it was.
Yeah.
The rich did.
So that's kind of the last theory. Like, think about, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Cicada 3301. That was an old internet conspiracy theory around like a secret society and things like that. There's tons of these early. We'll probably do it episode on that. No, it was a website. I've watched videos on it, but it's been years since I've seen something about Cicada 3301. But it was like a whole internet hoax thing that went crazy.
This reminds me. This isn't going to make sense, and I'll cut this out. But I don't know who's going to watch this. The only internet username on Reddit that I knew was a guy named Musty Ballsack. Could have been a girl. Musty Ballsack.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never paid attention to another name, but I remember Musty Ballsack. So if you're out
that
there
one stands out,
and you're watching,
he was hilarious.
What's up? Yeah. I hope you've watched them.
Right, they're no longer Musty.
Yeah, the Cicada 3301. We might do an episode on that. It started on 4chan in 2012, but it was basically like 3 puzzles online that you had to solve, and apparently there was a prize at the end, but no one ever figured out the puzzles. And they were.
Sure I've heard about this.
Yeah, it was like a whole thing.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of 4chan based conspiracies, at some point, Alan, and I want to see replies as to who might be able to contribute to this. I've never been, Alan, you kind of brought me into conspiracies in general, except for this crazy 4chan post that this guy who was apparently dying of some sort of aggressive cancer made about working for one of these UAP
Air Force
recovery programs that David Grush was talking about.
Right.
It was all compartmentalized, and he was like, I'll answer all these questions.
Yeah, I know you're talking about
prove it.
The 4chan alien person that claimed he was an alien.
And everyone was like, "You're so full of shit." I remember like some of the replies were just so brutal, and shit started to come true. And then Grush, testified he didn't get as detailed as this guy, and he didn't have all the info, but he was basically, talking about these base ships underwater and stuff, and like all this kind of crazy stuff that hasn't come true yet. So
it's on the list. That's on the list of us to do. A whole episode of that. Yeah,
that's gonna be a great one.
4chan alien. 4chan alien. Yeah,
nice.
The insider.
Sign me up.
But I mean, has any of this stuff since the posting come true after the fact? You know what I mean? Like,
so it was taken down shortly after that assassination. The website came down after that assassination, and people put the dots together. But are you talking about the alien 4chan, or are you talking about this thing?
This thing.
After that, it pretty much the website went complete.
But they saved, they archived the history of it, right? So they actually have.
Yeah, I mean, you can crawl through internet archives and find everything that's ever been posted on the internet. I mean, it's there. It doesn't ever go away. Even if you take down the domain, take down the site, you can still find it. It's just buried.
Was this one assassination the only direct, like, super easy?
That's the only direct one. I mean, there's hints to it in the post about other jobs, but that's the only one that people have linked to this group.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that if it was real, but and people don't even believe that this actually was linked. But this is the only one that people do link.
See, I think it's more realistic than the kind of like everyone the great documentary that we've all seen numerous times, John Wick, but all of these various assassins get text messages. I always thought that was kind of
burner phones, man.
I guess, but then how would they send a text there?
I just don't know how people are going to assassinate anymore with all these flock cameras everywhere. I mean, it's going to be so tough.
That's going to be a big fight.
Yeah.
They're everywhere in our city.
Well, they've been trying to get a stranglehold before people realize what's going on. They like flooded it and kept.
They're everywhere. I drive down the road and like every corner has a flock camera on it. I'm city. I'm like,
yeah, but you can blind them out. I mean,
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do that sort of stuff.
I should.
Recently, there was a guy that got caught destroying a bunch of them.
That's what I was going to say.
And then, like, there's been like 50,000 people claiming to be his alibi that he was with them when all this stuff happened.
I am Spartacus.
That's so funny. I'm sorry. Like right when I said that, I was like, "Ooh, that's a bad thing to put on the internet." And you were like, "Yeah, there's 50,000."
Trying to blind them. It reminds me of that story of the bank robber who robbed a bank and rubbed lemon juice on his face because he read on Reddit of all places that if you rub lemon juice, the security cameras can't see your face. And like he walked to the bank, just lemon juice rubbed on his face, robbed the bank clearly on camera, and like the cops showed up. They're like, "This is you, right?" Like he's like, "But no, that's how I wore the lemon juice.
It was lemon."
Right.
Nah, he was just prepping himself for an insanity plea. We caught him and he was squeezing lemons in his eyes. Save yourselves from hell.
Van Horizon reference. Awesome.
Yeah. So some people might get that.
So yeah. That pretty much rounds up. I mean, there's a couple more little small ones that this was actually a small town operation that's just super exaggerated. That's another theory as well. I think that was the last one. I skipped over that one. That possibly, this was a small time operation, but online myth amplified it as something much darker. Possibly a real thing, but not quite assassins, but like just something a lot smaller. But maybe something legit, but just not what everybody amped it up to be.
Yeah.
That's
how serious can it be if the general public is stumbling on the website you use for clandestine?
Well, because you posted it on Reddit. That's how you're stumbling on it.
Some amateur fucking shit.
This is Bush League.
It's just a group of friends, and like this is how they plan their vacations.
Yeah.
They get together, once a year, once every other year. Yeah. And it's cool for them to do this like secret.
And they have their code names. I think one guy's name is Shades. It's like, go grab the key cards from Shades.
Yeah.
2-7 was taken.
Yeah, right. 2-7 was taken. I take 2-6. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's probably the maybe biggest oddity or tell of it being fake is that they posted on Reddit.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you be on there communicating about any of this?
And that was one of the first things that someone said when this guy posted it. Like one of the first comments was like, okay, you guys are idiots. Like, obviously this is fake.
Well, so I think that's an interesting part. It's not like, did this happen or didn't? It's like, why is this being amplified? Because it seems to have very little significance, but it's like somebody wants a lot of people to think about this over here.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't like the largest conspiracy theory out there at all. I don't think it's a really commonly known conspiracy theory. But amongst certain circles, it might be. I'd never heard of this until actually one of my friends who's an ex-Marine told me about it. He's like, "Oh, you're doing the conspiracy theory podcast. Have you heard of Lake City Quiet Pills?" And I was like, "No." And it's interesting. But yeah.
Maybe it was just all of the pedophiles decided to write this code with this stuff. So they're like, yeah, no, we're not pedophiles. We're assassins. No one's like,
and by the way, I'm sorry. I said ex-Marine. You're never an ex-Marine. Former in duty Marine, still Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any Marines listening, I did not mean that offensively. I know. Once Marine, always a Marine.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. How's your crowns? Anyway.
Jungle green is really tasty.
Jungle green is delicious.
I tell you what.
By the way, the guy that Marine I was talking about, it was at Iwo He was actually 7. Yeah. He was 17.
17. That jumped off the yeah. Well, you were
They're
allowed to
just stopped
join.
with 7. I was like, holy shit.
You were allowed to join the
You see him on the
army
statue. He's like the little one.
with parental consent. You were allowed to enlist at 17 at World War II. That was legal with parental consent.
So
Even these days, you can go in at 17 with your parents signing off on it.
Yeah. Back then, you could just lie with a straight face, and they would let you in.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, you come at Civil War times, you could be 8 years old and be a drummer boy. So,
well, and that for some reason I was thinking that the oldest. So Jack Lucas was the youngest since the Civil War, and I know that there was one younger than 17, but I feel like there was one that was like 11 or something, like a 12-year-old.
Civil War, there was a lot of young kids. I mean, there was the the fife and drum bands and some of that were kids.
Yeah, it was like
yeah.
He was like marching in Fredericksburg, like towards like this.
They didn't fight, but they would drum and do stuff, and they would be part of the ranks.
It's the scariest thing I could imagine.
Yeah,
you don't even have a gun; you're just sitting there like
with a drum.
I don't think if I was a Union soldier, especially if I was like a dad, that I could. I'm sure that they didn't get hit as often as actual.
I don't think they probably got aimed at.
Right.
But
aiming wasn't really a big thing back in the Civil War.
Well, it didn't have as much of an effect as they wanted.
Right. It did. Civil War did because they had rifling, but
not everybody.
Not everybody.
Right. Yeah. There was still a lot of smoothbore in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Potato cannons,
which are pretty accurate for being smoothbore.
Right.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
What's up? What's up? 19th century.
Yeah.
Yes.
People complain about those muskets not being able to shoot straight. I was like, I've shot a potato gun plenty of times, pretty straight.
Yeah, point target 50 meters, easy. 100 meters, you need to take your time and good breathing control.
I mean, maybe there was rifling, but there were sharpshooters during the Civil War that could shoot.
100%.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
All those rifles were like 10,000 pounds.
Right. They needed like a tree.
They weren't light, that's for sure. So, rank some theories. You guys ready?
Send it.
All right, so we're going to rank them on plausibility and fun. Is it plausible? Is it fun? So, 1 to 5. 1 being not plausible at all. 5 being this is how it actually happened. And of course, fun, the same thing. 1's not fun. 5's this is awesome. So first one, they're just role playing. It's just role playing. Just a bunch of guys.
That feels like 4 plausible. Maybe not as fun, but I combine it with they were just role playing, and then somebody was like, actually, we should effing do something. Let's go assassinate this Hamas guy. So if you combine role playing with eventually somebody was like, screw it, let's do it for real, then it's really fun for me. Maybe less plausible at that point, but then it's really fun.
You just got to wave your passport.
What's the name of the guy? I'm trying to remember the name of the Navy SEAL guy. He got out and was upset that the world governments just weren't doing enough. And he formed his own nonprofit, and he pretty much by himself goes overseas and to save children. So he got famous because he ran, it was in Syria or something like that. And he ran into a firefight, took a bullet, and saved a 8-year-old girl. After the whole village had been destroyed, and she was hiding the bodies, and he just ran in there.
We have ground troops in Syria?
No. He's not. We don't. He was former Navy SEAL. He got out and started doing this on his own. One-man army. I'm going to save people. And I can't remember the name of him, but he's saved multiple people now, and raises money to be go to these hot spots that the U.S. refuses to send troops to and save people.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't remember his name, but yeah, now I feel bad for giving him the service that we don't say his name, but it's some kind of I can't remember, it's something project, but it's a whole nonprofit that has raised a ton of money for him to do this. But
yeah,
it's crazy. So think about mercenaries. I don't know if they're on a good call, but there are plenty of ex-service members that do join these groups to go fight alongside Ukrainians. Alongside
that's what I was going to say. We'll find out years down the road. There was a lot of operators and
I've got 2 buddies that I deployed with back in the early 2000s that are in Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
They'd been out of the service for a while, and when this kicked off, they're like, fuck it, sold shit and went, and they've been there for a while.
Are they in a contract work?
No, they're still on their own.
One of them is officially enlisted in the Ukrainian army and just made the rank of sergeant. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
videos he sent, this drone shit is no joke.
Oh, I bet. That's the next chapter in warfare for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except we can't figure it out, but that's another story.
Well, because we don't know how to make those small drones cost $2 billion, and we only build things that cost $2 billion.
So you need a 3D printer that costs at least $100 billion. Let's just pick it up, $500.
But
Radio
we're
Shack.
really good at making drones that fly over New Jersey and scare the shit out of people for days on end.
We are good at that, right? Right, Jared?
New Jersey strong. We're not afraid of nothing.
Except turning left on a highway.
Exactly. Well, that is stupid,
Yeah.
It's like the truest part of Independence Day. It was like over the radio in New York. They were like, "Please do not fire weapons at the spaceships for fear of starting."
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Ian gave it a 4 in plausibility. What did you have for fun?
No, wait. I'm sorry. Are we ranking in
low
of all of them?
No. There's each one individually. Like, is it
1 to
fun?
10.
Is it plausible? 1 to 5.
Yeah, 4 plausible, and I'm low on the fun for that. It's just some role playing, unless you add we actually took out Tomas, dude.
Yeah,
right. Unless you took out Tomas,
then it's a lot of fun.
What about you, Jared? What do you rank this one?
I mean, you gotta, it's got a plausibility factor.
Yeah,
but I don't want to give it credibility.
Yeah.
It's like,
there you go.
I can't give it 0 stars, so I refuse to answer the question.
Yeah, whenever I go all in on something, just go the opposite, and that's right.
Yeah. John, do you have a preference on this one? Whether it's plausible, is it fun, role playing? That's just a bunch of guys role playing.
I mean, I would say it's got a pretty high plausibility factor. I would say, 3 or 4, just because I feel like there's a lot of unknowns. But
sure,
it definitely sounds super sad. It's like these people.
That's why it's not fun. It's like,
it's like,
oh, guys,
I believe it, and you guys need to, get a drug addiction or something.
Wait, what did you say the first comment was on there? Guys, this is so fake. Y'all are so fucking lame.
Yeah. Yeah. So I give it a 4 in plausibility, a 2 in fun.
Yeah. It could be, I think it's 12-year-olds.
It feels like a sympathy too.
Yeah. Veteran Network. It's a bunch of veterans that just want to stay connected. So
I'm not thrilled about that one, but it's still in the 3 plausibility because there are so many.
Isn't it just the one before? This is the theory of the one before. It's just that the participants are vets.
Are veterans. Yeah.
Right.
Role playing versus
I don't think you get a pass because you're vets. I'm sorry.
No. Not at all.
That's like your service.
But they definitely do. There are so many organizations, there's so many networks, there's so many ways that vets try to reconnect, especially combat vets trying to reintegrate in society. Very few people do it seamlessly, and most have to, even if they don't for years, and I didn't for years, I found I had to find a way to get back in the military community as a civilian, and through my work, but also joining other veteran organizations, because there's conversations that you can have with them that you just can't have with anybody else, right? So
yeah,
it's not uncommon. And within the military, we have all types of people, and I love them all except for the fucking pedophiles. Yeah. But yeah, you've got your super creative Fantasyland people. You got your emo kids. You've got your goth group. You've got your thugs. You got your pants saggers. We got everybody, man. We got them all.
Your Trumpers. I wanted to ask, actually,
plenty of those.
What do you think about this kind of gutting in the military that's happened? It seems like a lot of top brass have seen the axe recently.
I mean, we've been way too we've been too top heavy for way too long, anyways, and that's all branches. We've been making up positions for general officers and admirals that just don't need to exist. It's general officers and
promoted to something.
Yeah, flag officers. It's been too political for too long, anyways. Not mission focused. We got away from true readiness a long time ago. There's a reason I got out in 2008, and there's a reason I felt guilty and bad and came back in 2016, 2017 because our NCO Corps was falling apart.
Really?
The military has. Our military has always been kind of a social experiment kind of breeding ground, right?
Yeah.
And it's not bad for that, but it only works if you force all of these diverse populations to be mission focused. But we went many years not being mission focused, not being focused on readiness. So am I okay with it? It's risky doing it in such a jarring way, but yeah, there's a lot of BS that the military's been responsible for that we need to stop doing. At the end of the day, our military needs to be there to wreck shop.
Well, no. So here's this lends itself to the question. You keep saying mission focused. What is indeed the mission? Because being a force of social cohesion there's some ancillary roles that the armed services plays. That's not just no one's really fucked with us in a while.
They could be secondary and tertiary. They just can't be primary. What I'm saying is, for many years, all the wrong things became the primary mission.
Yeah,
right. It's more,
and we became very ineffective.
Right.
Especially in the reserve and guard world. In the guard world, you had certain units that were led properly and trained properly and were constantly ready, and we used them a lot and they deployed a lot. You had a bunch of just competent, effective units, and the reserves also could not deploy if you want them to. Just a waste of time and space. People that have been in for 15, 20 years still don't know how to shoot straight, don't know how to do their job, not qualified for their job. A lot of that, a scary amount of that. So yeah, they definitely need to do something to fix our military. I don't think we should be going around bullying the world. But if the ultimate goal is to ensure peace, at least for our people, even if you don't think that we have a responsibility for the rest of the world, you can only do that from a position of strength, period. And we were faking our strength for a while. We were relying on the strength we used to have. And we had a lot of fakers in there. And we had a lot of people that were focused on the wrong thing. That's just my opinion.
There's also the, not to be political, but
no.
One example of being the DEI is if you spend too much time messaging, focusing on individuals, that doesn't work in the military because you're not an individual. You should treat each other well, but you are not an individual. You don't think. You do what your job is, and that's what you're supposed to do. So there's no diversity in opinions or I should have some special recognition, for whatever reason, because, we're trying to make things better. That works. It barely works in, the real world versus the military.
Yeah. But I think it does.
I have a lot of opinions on it.
Once you get up into the higher officer ranks, I feel like, maybe the earlier life experiences do come into play in the managerial or command styles or, whatever these.
Yeah.
But also people want to pad their retirement. So,
Right. I think you might be floored at the amount of politics and schmoozing at the 06 and then at a general officer level. It gets ridiculous. I'm not saying there aren't good ones. I've met and worked for fantastic ones, but I've met a lot of waste of fucking space.
Yeah.
Our military could survive and do quite well these days without the officer corps in general. You can get rid of all of it. We have plenty of highly educated enlisted and senior enlisted, plenty that are, go to the best colleges in the U.S. and everything. Our military could not operate without our enlisted, but we could definitely operate without our officers. Yeah, but that's a whole nother.
Well, maybe
we need a balance of the both, but yeah, we got too top heavy and too much BS.
It goes back to the old joke of why you don't target officers in the U.S. Army. It's because they're the only ones holding the enlisted back.
Yeah.
So like the officers are the only ones that respect Geneva Conventions. The E4 Mafia does not care about that. So you take out the officers.
There's no one to stop us
There's
anymore.
no one to stop them from
Right.
doing atrocities.
Everybody else's military, you take out officers and everything stops. Nobody knows what to do. Not us.
Nah, they
You,
still
you
operate.
dummy. They were keeping us in check. They were the only ones who understood the Geneva Conventions. We don't give a.
I don't even know where Geneva is.
The only one saving you.
Yeah. Anywho.
All right. So Veteran Network, I gave a 3.5 for plausibility, 2 for fun again. It's the same.
Yeah. It is about the same as the first, but just a veteran version of it.
Yep.
Yeah, the only, I think we mentioned the only thing to lessen the plausibility is the underage picture thing, because it kind of really sours that.
It does sour it.
It does.
Wait. I'm sorry. The underage picture thing sours the plausibility of
it being a
With
veteran.
veterans doing this to have whatever fun.
Oh, yeah.
Next one, it's just a coincidence that more so along with this assassination plot with the Hamas person, that this is all just one big coincidence. Possibility that they're not related at all. Is that fun? I don't think that's fun, but
No such thing as coincidence. I give that low probability, 2 probability, and 1 fun. It's not fun at all.
You think it actually does have you think it directly links to the assassination of this Hamas guy?
Yes.
Okay.
My favorite theory is it's either some wannabes, or whether it's this vet community or whatever. It's just these role playing people, and it's like I said. Eventually, they got so into it, and somebody was like, "I'm tired of just faking. Let's do something for real." And at least a group of them put together something for real.
Okay.
I can see it. Some idiot with too much money. Some Saudi like prince's cousin who's also a millionaire for no apparent reason.
Hedge fund, retirement.
Gets drunk. Yeah, some oil money stupidness that just they got bored.
This Hamas guy owes me money. Let's go get him.
Everybody can backhand everyone there because they have the money to do it.
In a drunken stupor in Lyon or something. Not even didn't even remember it when they got back. So they didn't have to worry about the consequences when they get back or something.
Right.
It seems so haphazard. Like this is not a clean story.
No.
At all. There's no clean lines. Anyway, you try to cut this.
Yeah. Yeah. Next one, small time operation. Is that plausible? That this was a small time operation that just got blown up proportion by the internet? That, some of it's true, but maybe it's a lot smaller than we'll give it credit for. It's not this giant conspiracy. It's just, it is something, but not this big of a deal.
It's kind of part of the previous one. I mean,
kind of. Well, the coincidence one is it's a complete coincidence. And then role play. I mean, small time operations is not role play. I mean, it's actually something going on. It's just a lot smaller.
Just a one mission, one and done.
Yeah.
Couple of job postings.
I don't give that much plausibility.
Nah, I'm kind of low on both of those.
All right, now we get to the fun ones. It's a mercenary network.
God, I love the fact. I love the idea that that this is actually done by hot, tatted up women using mid 19th century phone technology with
yes,
beepers and shit.
Keep going.
So I'm going to give that a 1.
Give that a 1. A 1 on plausibility.
So a very fit, tattooed bikini babe in a phone booth, using the wrapper from her bubble gum to blow a tune into the phone to get free phone calls into this network to figure out what the next hit is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was my favorite part in Hackers.
Yeah.
It's like you just take a tape recorder, record the sounds the phone makes when you put coins in, and then play it back.
Yep.
And then the last two ones are the CIA. It's CIA. This is government. This actually is a CIA black op. So not necessarily maybe CIA, but it is a black op a contractor.
I didn't think I'd go anywhere government conspiracy on this one, but honestly, you can never rule them out. There's a big umbrella CIA that a lot of people work for that everything's totally on the up and auditable, and you can trace money and operations and stuff like that. But there's also so many like little siloed, compartmentalized operations that there's not as great oversight there. There's no oversight at all. So like for them to develop their own kind of subplots and use something like this to take, like, it's totally plausible.
Totally possible.
They always make me laugh, though. CIA people always make me laugh. I've met quite a few former CIA operatives, and they're always hilarious because they stick the company line so much to a T, to the point where it's laughable. Like I went sailing a few weeks ago, and there was a CIA guy on the boat with a former CIA. He's retired, and I was talking about some CIA stuff that I knew, and he just looks at me and goes, "That's not true." And I was like, "Yes, it is." And he's like, "No, it's not." Like almost like wink, wink. And I was like, "Really, dude? Like everyone knows that. Like it's not a secret anymore. Like you don't understand the company line. Like
Well, it is kind of a fascinating culture.
yeah.
So for the listeners, we live where I'm from, an area near Camp Perry in Williamsburg.
Right. Which is what I brought up with him. And he's like, "That's DOD, it's not CIA." I was like, "Really?"
Well, and so that's the other aspect. What is CIA? It's like it could be any number of, like you said, Ian, compartmentalized things that has some tangential relation. You could trace funds back maybe 10 transactions ago or something to the same spending bill from U.S. Congress. I don't know. But, I forgot what I was saying. Well, my dad had some patients from Camp Perry. One of them broke all 4 metatarsals. It's an ATV accident. Actually, you might have to cut that out. I'm not sure I can say that. Anyway.
How many metatarsals does one have?
He was like, I didn't know the guy's history that well, but you could tell he was like ex-military because he walked in on like some crutches, and most guys would be crying from this type of injury. I mean, this is career ending, and the guy's like, "So what do you think? Like a week or 2 on crutches?" And my dad had
back at it.
You could throw some screws in there or something and tape me up on the inside. What, are we good?
Right.
Okay.
My dad was like, "Yeah, I don't even need X-rays. I know exactly what happened." Apparently, it got folded under as he was going over something. Anyway,
nice. Pain is an illusion. Once you realize that, yeah.
But I think CIA is a pretty big umbrella we're talking about. So when somebody says something like that, I'm also thinking like, NSA, I don't know, Defense Intelligence Agency. There's a lot of 3-letter agencies that this could.
There are
any number of which. Some of these probably take orders from several of these kinds of.
And then all the contractors to add to boot. There are literally a ton of private entities that are funded by that do similar.
Yep.
Have you guys ever seen the movie State of Play?
No.
It's a fantastic movie with the Mean Girl and the Gladiator.
Russell Crowe?
A newspaper. You guys, Jared, Ian, I really do think you guys would love this fucking movie. It's fantastic.
I'm intrigued. I'm gonna check it out.
It's like one of those thrillers. It's very much in the vein of what's that movie with Michael Clayton? Did you ever see that?
Michael Crichton?
No, Michael Clayton. It's got George Clooney in it. He's like a bag man for a company. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't seen that,
I know that one
too. It's slow burn, but just grossing all the way.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking so much.
It's all good. So CIA one. Plausibility.
I think that's high for me. Plausible.
Same.
I like the idea just in general. If I had to pick something as someone just casting a net and seeing what happens.
Yeah, or even if it was them, but as a smokescreen for something. There's many ways to look at it where I think it could fall under the 3-letter agency type thing.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
If we're talking about like what it is face value of CIA, it drops like a 2 stars or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Just some part of a play idea.
There was like my first job out of college, I worked in an office, and there was like one office suite inside the office. It was like a big office building, and it was on the same floor as us. And we looked it up their website, and it was some government contractor set for training purposes. But we're pretty sure it was a drop spot, like almost positive it was. Like every single day, the guy would never drive to work. There's one guy that worked there. He'd never drive. He'd always take a cab and always get dropped off in a different parking lot, like a couple from a different direction, and walk in, come up, and then a FedEx guy would drop a package off once a day, and he'd show up about 5 minutes before the FedEx got there, pick the package up, and leave, and no one else was ever in the office. And
or
I'm like,
drugs.
It's either that, but their website had a bunch of like military contractor type stuff on it. So I was like, that's really, it could have been drugs, but that's bold. It's a bold strategy. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Drugs and
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
they've gotten pretty good about sniffing drugs in the mail these days. And they don't even use the dogs. They just hire former drug addicts. And when they start tweaking, holding the package, like, you got one.
Yeah. So, Jared, do you think it's CIA or CIA adjacent?
Yeah, no, I mean it's.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
All right. And the last theory, it's Reddit hitmen. These are real Reddit hitmen, and it's a whole assassination of Reddit hitmen that are going to carry out hits throughout the world. And
if it included furries or something, I would say yes, but it's missing some Reddit stuff.
it's missing some Reddit vibes.
Tonight's all about tangents, but you said that, and y'all have seen the video of the road rage incident. They're honking at the van, and all the furries get out of the van and beat the shit out of the guy, and then get back in the van and drive away. Amazing.
I have to check that out.
Hey, you cut me off, you son of a... Everybody dressed in these big costumes comes out, just beats them up. So good.
That's trauma right there.
Yeah.
Having to go home and explain that.
Do they even talk about it in military training? Like, if they're wearing a mascot head, like, what do you do?
What do you do?
Yeah. You imagine where center mass would be behind the costume and squeeze the trigger. You don't jerk the trigger. It's a slow squeeze.
Yeah.
Breathing control.
So, I mean, Ian, you did mention earlier that you don't believe in coincidences. So, at what point does coincidence stop being a coincidence? That's a good question for you. Is it just no coincidence at all? Like, never can be?
If we have any listeners that are fans of the original NCIS with Gibbs, nice. You would also agree that there's no such thing as a coincidence. That's one of the rules. I forget what rule number that is. It might be 32 or something like that.
If we get Mom on the phone.
Yeah, there's a list of rules on her fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's one of those, that kind of thing where if we know about it, they wanted us to know about it.
Yeah.
Right. Because it was in plain sight, really. It was barely hidden.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I know some Mossad agents got in trouble for gunning down some people in like an airport or something. Some female agents. And they were like caught on CCTV. It was a pretty brazen hit. And I think MI5 like just aired the CCTV footage. I was like, yeah, we know that woman. She's Mossad. Like,
yeah, this was a pretty discreet hit for this one guy in Hamas. Like, they actually, I guess when they originally found it, they thought it was natural causes. And it wasn't until he did the autopsy like a week later and they found that he was injected with a chemical agent that made him go paralyzed. And that's when they started reviewing CCTV tapes and saw there was a bunch of people involved. But no one's ever caught. It's like still one of Dubai's greatest like unsolved murder cases. Like, where
got him.
They have no idea who did it.
I mean, that's the kind of place you kill someone in too, because there's so much international travel. People are in there.
Yeah.
And there's so many options for a getaway car, like supercar options.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get away real fast.
Ferrari, Lamborghinis, Bugattis. I mean,
they're everywhere.
Like a sand sled,
sandworm. Yeah.
Yeah. You do it dune style. You know,
like a
giant indoor ski slopes. You can ski away. You know, there's
what do they call that? Surf sailing. What is the
I don't know, dune sailing?
Yeah, you can do that on sand probably. For those kite surfing.
Kite
But I think
surfing.
maybe you do that on sand, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to fall.
Yeah.
All right. So final thoughts. Favorite theory out of all these theories. What's your guys' favorite one? We'll go around. So John. John, what's your favorite theory of all these? What do you think? What do you think this is?
My favorite theory is that we're going to go around the circle, and when we get to Alan, Alan's going to be like, "You dipshit, we just made this up on the spot. We were trying to see if you're going to do research, and you clearly didn't do research."
It's called the game, but this is a different version.
Yeah, which you lost again just now.
Again.
That would be awesome.
State of Play.
State of Play.
That girl that's in a really good time traveling movie that I like with.
Was it what's her name from Mean Girls? You said what's the girl?
Rachel
Mean Girl?
McAdams.
Yeah,
Rachel McAdams.
Oh, I was gonna say the other one.
I like
who got into drugs and
then there's like the
face surgery.
Oh, the one. Yeah.
The original.
The original.
The kid actress, whatever.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite theory, John?
This is an old people.
Oh, I mean, this is. I think the most likely thing that happened is this is just an amateur hour fuck up that got published by, rivals or pissed off intelligence agencies or something like that. Or like right below that is it's a sleight of hands. This is the distraction while something else is going on.
Okay.
Because I don't even know what the fuck actually happens. Like, nothing illegal happened. An imaginary guy maybe died, and like
imaginary guy died. But there's it links to a real assassination, but that there's very loosely linked.
Yeah, but like, did Obama? And
I've got the perfect connection.
Ian, what do you got?
I know what happened. If y'all are ready.
What happened?
So it's a combo of a couple of the theories. This is amateur hour, just role playing, right? And they're getting really into it, but they're being observed by one of our 3-letter agencies. So they're on the radar because they didn't do a very good job of hiding it. They're on fucking Reddit, right? So our 3-letter agencies also have this other problem, initially unrelated. Nobody thinks of it. They're like, we got this Hamas dude we're having issues with. Like, we want him gone. But the politics and everything right now and where he's going to be, we know where he's going to be at. But if we go into Dubai and do the hit, we can't because they'll be mad. If we ask for permission, then maybe, our cover's blown. And then somebody storms in the room and is like, guys, I got an idea. We've been tracking these dipshits that have been wannabe assassins forever. Let's find a way to get them to do it. So then they use their CIA skills to actually bring these wannabes in and be like, actually, now your country needs you. This is it. This is your moment. This is what you've been preparing for your whole life.
Or they were like, hey, we got some great pics of children in bikinis. And they were like, great.
I hate it, but the CIA would offer that to get the job done. Yeah. So that's also plausible.
I think that is a great theory, Ian.
Yeah.
I mean, plausibility wise. Seriously.
Yeah. Amateur hour until the CIA actually needed them.
Well, so one of my other theories was that this was, you could create this with AI so fucking easily. And these are just ripe, available patsies that sit there. And like, these empty shells of identities that you can inhabit or kill off whenever it's convenient. This Milo guy had a secret social security number that was created by a government official because they've got the ability to do so.
Right.
These identities.
It could go that deep. It could go that deep.
And to like throw, to make it weirder, they just add this whole short-skirted tween angle. And so everyone's like, on face value. Because for years I've always thought it's so weird that all of these, the pedophile thing's so crazy to me. And then all of this like Epstein stuff, like remember when people were like, the world's like run by this crazy pedophile ring, and everyone's like, you people are smoking crack, like get the fuck out of here. And then like this Epstein story broke, and like all these people are implicated, and he like hangs himself while he's on to like all this crazy stuff, and it's like, oh no, like shit, maybe there's something to this QAnon.
Maybe there's something to it.
Like that's makes me think that anything's fucking possible because like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. How bad is it that in this the pedophilia thing is like not the issue here? That's
right. That they use it as a distraction because it is an issue or something fucking weird, or at least it captures the
well,
attention
that's like the afterthought.
Fox News listeners or something, but they use it as like a.
And when I brought it up, I said it sours things. That's how.
Yeah.
That's all.
You know.
Seriously.
Did you guys ever see that Rick and Morty where they have to like keep taking their pants off?
You know, it's a weird theory, like where you start talking about pedophilia and that's not even the weird part. All right, guys.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's like Reddit. It's like, okay, now we're going down the Reddit rabbit hole of bizarre. Yeah. Jared, favorite theory?
Okay, it's my theory because I've been distracted. There's some squeaking going on, and this entire time I think there's like a dog or a puppy that is just starving for attention, like whimpering, and I don't know where it's coming from.
John, do you have a dog close by?
No.
Do you have a smoke detector in the opposite corner of your house that's chirping?
Ian, do you have 8 girlfriends just south of the bottom part of your screen?
Not currently. Not at this time. Are we talking 30 minutes ago?
There's a squeaking going on.
It's so weird. But yeah, no. I mean, I think I share similar ideas. It's just, but how do you? Right. There's something bad going on just because of the potential child pornography.
Yeah, potential.
Yeah, it's bad enough.
Which obviously you can use to coerce people. It's the perfect thing to get them on. That was a Black Mirror episode, actually. They forced the guy to do something, and
smear.
You got all these people to do these things to connect a dot that eventually I think ended in an assassination. But he pretty much just manipulated each of them because they tried to look at child porn and be like, "You've got to do this. You got to drive this car to this place," or
Did he kill each one after they accomplished their mission?
They what?
Did he kill each one after they accomplished their mission?
I kind of forgot how it ended. No, he kept pushing them further.
There's a conspiracy theory talking about child pornography and that kind of stuff. And this is kind of one of the weird ones, but I've heard about this one that actually in the blockchain code for Bitcoin, that there actually is encrypted child pornography within the blockchain that people over the years have put in. So everyone that owns Bitcoin actually has it encrypted on their computers or in their wallets.
I heard that. I brush it off as whack job stuff, but
it's conspiracy theories.
Now, okay, to Jared's point and combining with my point, let's say somebody keeps doing research in this and they're actually able to find out the identities of all these people involved, tracks it down and finds out that within 6 months after that assassination, all of them died in mysterious accidents. And now I'm hard on for the CIA tapped this group of losers to do this one mission for them, then tied up all the loose ends and whacked them.
Well, yeah, there was a post that said, I think a year later that 2-6 died as well. And then Shay died in 2015. One of the other guys' house name. So
tying up loose ends.
Yep.
But it's
all those people
funny,
supposedly did die.
Right.
Mysterious.
Every time you die, make sure you post that on Reddit.
Yeah. Which just goes back to my favorite theory that it's all just role playing and that they didn't really die. It's just they died at the game.
Yeah, you guys have to remember
just lost the game.
What a crazy place Reddit was back in the day. I mean,
yeah,
I remember.
And Reddit's still crazy, but not nearly as bad as it wasn't for Reddit's.
It was I mean now it's 100%. Venture capital firm money has been directing these algorithms to fucking sell you shit or whatever, but. Back in the day, and it was actually kind of scary when you actually hold a mirror up to some of the. I mean, unfiltered social media is probably not the best for America because there was some. I remember some of the top posts were memes. It was like a confession bear.
Okay.
And some of them were like
messed up. Yeah.
Pretty messed up.
I mean, early days of the internet was, I mean, E-Bomb's world was insane. Like you think about like some of the early internet stuff was just what people put on there and got away with put it on. It was unhinged.
How about the number of views of that Candy Mountain video? I mean, that should tell you. We're going to Candy Mountain. Come on, yeah.
Charlie,
Charlie, let's go.
Charlie Unicorn. I'll go look at Charlie Unicorn. It's good.
Yeah. And we're adding one more view. You got to promise me you watch it from start to finish, because the end is where it's at.
That's great. The magical Leo Floridan.
Right, exactly.
I haven't done a clip of that movie.
Which one?
The Bronco one?
Yeah, Bronco.
This one?
Kananka, show me your bag of secrets. What's all this crap?
Hitchhiker's Guide?
No, it's Gentlemen Broncos.
Yeah,
that's the movie.
I still haven't watched it. I keep forgetting.
It's so bad, it's good.
So bad. It's such a horrible movie.
Oh, I thought that was like Sam Rockwell being ironic.
It's Sam Rockwell in it.
Yeah, he does such a good job.
It is him. It is him in it. It's called Gentlemen Broncos. It was the same people that made Napoleon Dynamite made this. And it's just, it is the most bizarre. It's horrible.
I never got Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, there's funny parts, but it's just.
Wait, and what is it they were trying to get? And when he got some, he licked it, and he started floating around. Yeast. Oh yeah, the yeast.
The yeast.
Oh, this is really good yeast.
Surveillance.
It's such a horrible movie.
I'm listening to you and Charlie.
And Charlie.
Charlie, we're going to Candy Mountain. Come on, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie! Hey, Charlie, wake up! Yeah, Charlie, you silly sleepyhead, wake up!
Oh God, you guys.
Yeah, so I think it was all just role playing. That's my whole thing. So random question. If you had a secret operation, if you had to hide a secret operation in plain sight, where would you put it? Would you do it in Reddit or TikTok comments, fantasy football leagues, on video games? Like, where do you think the best place to hide a secret operation in plain sight would be?
A library with
Just
like
a
neo-Gothic facade, just because I'm a sucker for classics.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays going low and old tech is the better way.
Yeah, is the way to go do it. Just in a library somewhere in like some random bookshelf.
Yeah.
Page 54.
All right. First letter of every paragraph, like just old school.
Old school. Yeah. It's good.
I would make the central handler. You got to play the long game. You got to get them to join an Amish community. And then, everybody passes through and buys furniture or, some vegetables that they grew. And at the stand, that's where you pass off the notes.
Okay. Yeah.
But the head of the operation is in the middle of the Amish community.
Go deep in Amish.
Right.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well,
that is a gangster beers. Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Well, for anyone who has ever gone down the Lake City Quiet Pill rabbit hole, let us know your thoughts. Is there anything that we missed? Any theories that you guys have? We like the ones that are especially sound insane. Those are usually the best ones. So feel free to leave some comments. Let us know what your theories are.
Are you only asking for people that have either, died and came back to life, or down the Lakes City Quiet Pill rabbit hole?
Down that, or any kind of online conspiracy. If you just want to leave comments, we appreciate
it. If you're from
I thought you were suggesting the Lake City Quiet Pill rabbit hole. Like, if you've ever been down that and you want to talk to us.
Yeah. No.
That's okay. That got dark, Alan. Jesus.
No.
Well, if there's enough, we do a follow-up episode.
Right.
Yeah, if there's enough, we could. If there's other stuff out there that we missed, we can definitely do a follow-up episode. Well, next time we're diving into the double slit experiment, where light behaves weird if you're watching it. So it's gonna be a fun one. it might actually break your brain. So tune in for that one. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be more sciencey, less conspiracy because it actually is a true experiment, but doesn't have an explanation. So we get to theorize about what the hell is happening to light. What is light? What does it all mean? So
why does it keep happening?
Can I just say, this isn't an advertisement, straight up. Like 6 months ago, I went down just partway through that double slit experiment rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I freaked out. And I reached out to the smartest people I hadn't talked to in years. I was like, whoa, did you hear about this? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, that is crazy. Like, what? And I did not get a satisfying response, so this will be interesting.
Right. You could find the smartest people on Earth and say, hey, explain it to me. And they'll go, we can't.
and it becomes subjective after that. It's very odd.
It gets weird.
You really want your mind blown? Okay, take a look around the room where you're at. Everything you could see. Just take a quick look around. Yeah. And it's there. You can see it. Why can you see it? Because light is reflecting off of it back to your eye. You could see it. Light operates a certain way when you're looking at it, in a different way when you're not looking at it. So what about stuff outside your door that nobody is looking at right now? Is it there? Or is it only there when you open the door and look at it?
Is this like a general Schrodinger's cat kind of thing?
There's similarities to that, but yeah. What is reality? Does it actually exist everywhere all at once, or is it only as we know it as we observe it? And when it's not being observed?
Yeah, so we're going to have a brain melting episode where we just melt our brains for an entire hour or two.
Of Roy.
So in the meantime, you can check out more theories, episodes, and everything like that on our website. You can check out all the links there. It's notentirelyplausible.com. Join Discord. We have Patreon as well. Come support us. It definitely helps us keep going. Or just subscribe, like I said before. That we definitely just like that. That's free. Just to hit the like. We do have merchandise as well, so go check it out. Yeah, that's all I really got for this week. So anything from you guys?
No. Catch you later.
All right. Well, just remember to stay curious, stay skeptical, and as always, remember not everything is entirely implausible. All right. That wraps up today's journey into the mysterious, the misunderstood, and the not entirely plausible. If your brain is now questioning everything, good. That means it's working. Before you go and launch 27 new browser tabs to just check something out real quick, do me a favor, hit the like so the algorithm doesn't bury this video under government-approved cat videos. And subscribe so you don't miss whatever madness we dive into next. And if you're feeling really brave, click this recommended video. It's the one the internet keeps trying to make disappear. I can't legally tell you why, but you'll see. Also, huge thank you to everyone watching, sharing, and debating in the comments. You make this chaos worth it. And extra love to our Patreon members. You're the reason we can afford microphones, electricity, and an attorney on speed dial. Seriously, you're legends. Just remember, stay curious, stay skeptical, and as always, stay not entirely plausible.